So first of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much to Amrit for having me back to talk on here. And also thank you to all of the other speakers that have been presenting on Facebook Live. They have been a true wealth of wisdom, of information, and they are really inspiring. So if you have a moment, please check out the other speakers on the Amrit Ocean Facebook Live page. They're phenomenal. So a couple weeks ago, I taught a yoga class with Amrit on Facebook Live, and that class, we talked about 2 Vedic ideas, which are the Agni and Soma. And so I wanted to continue that tonight. In the yoga class, we talked about it in terms of the asana, the yoga postures that we do. And tonight, we're going to talk about it in terms of pranayama and meditation. Okay? So please turn off all distractions. And find a comfortable seat or lay down, however you feel most at ease. Take a couple of deep breaths, allowing the body and the mind to decompress from whatever happened before this class. And so Agni is that fire of transformation. It's one of the most important things that I've learned through my journey of Ayurveda and yoga. And Agni, that transformational fire, is best described through 3 things, which are our digestion, Jathara Agni, through our breath or our life force, Prana Agni, and through our minds. So we're going to examine these 3 things and how what we eat can take us out of balance, how we're breathing and how we're connecting to our life force, how that can take us out of balance, and how our mind and our thoughts can also take us out of balance. So a lot of things to explore and to think about. One of the things that I've been thinking about a lot and also talking to people about during the coronavirus is having a panic attack during this virus. You know, what do you do when you're in the middle of those really uncomfortable feelings and those feelings that really can pull you out of balance with your inner light? What do you do when you're in that fire? And so tonight we're going to talk about the tools that I've learned through Ayurveda and yoga and how we can use them to pull us out of those moments where we're feeling anxiety, when we're feeling panic, when we're really in the, in the fire of it. So the first thing that we're going to examine is what we're eating. In Ayurveda, there's a sattvic diet, and that means a balanced diet. And a balanced diet consists of eating predominantly fruits, root vegetables, whole grains, and dairy if you're not lactose intolerant. And I want to say dairy lightly though, because it's not, it's consuming a ghee, which is a clarified butter, and it doesn't have a high fat content. If it's milk, it's grass-fed and organic, so it doesn't have any of the pesticides that regular milk would have. Also, it would be eating the whole grains and stuff like this. So if your diet has been predominantly cookies and junk food while you've been in quarantine, this could definitely be one of the reasons why you're panicking or perhaps you're not sleeping well at night. So it's always the first thing that we examine when I personally look at someone if they're out of balance, and myself as well. Are we eating right foods? Are we also consuming healthy drinks? Are we taking in toxic drinks and toxic food or drugs? All of these things that can take us really out of balance. And if we don't start from the ground up on the healing process, then we're going to shift. We're never going to feel balanced, and we're never going to be able to clear the path from all of the baggage that we carry, all the darkness. So we start with the diet, and then we work our way to our breath. So if our breath is hampered or it's constricted, if we're holding it in because we're really stressed out, that is going to cause a lot of discomfort inside the body. It's going to put us in a place where our circulation isn't running or going as smoothly. So we really want to have our vital force at an optimal level, which we get that from the Prana Agni and from breathing deeply. And when we step into the meditation this evening, we're going to learn a pranayama, which is called SoHam, and it's a really wonderful pranayama. I use it a lot during quarantine, having 2 little kids myself and homeschooling. So it's been one of those tools that has just really become essential for me. And I hope that you can take it with you beyond the scope of tonight and into your weekly and daily life. So with that, we have the pranayama, which we'll be doing SoHam. And then the third thing is our thoughts. So the fire transformation, it works in 3 ways: the diet, the breath, and our thoughts. So we have to be honest with ourselves. One, are we angry? Are we in a state of competition or ambition? Are we experiencing loneliness? Are we experiencing grief or resentment for having to stay in, like having to be where we are? All of these feelings that are so overwhelming and can be so off-putting and taking us off of our path to the inner light. How can we let go of them? So first, are we eating properly? And I'm going to keep repeating them because it's a real good way to examine and be honest with your journey and to really find that path and clean the debris off the path that's no longer useful to you. So you look at what you're eating, you look at the quality of your breath, are you breathing fully? Are you letting in the light? Are you letting in love? Or are you, holding on to it and saying, it has to be my way, I have to have control over everything? And then looking at the quality of your thoughts, these thoughts, the anger, the jealousy, whatever it might be that you're feeling, it could be because of the not breathing properly and eating properly. It could be because of whatever is happening in life. And how do we learn to let go of those things? And this is what the practice of pranayama and meditation assists us with. Because it asks us to stop. It asks us to stop whatever it is that is running around in our mind constantly. And we sometimes can't do that, like it's a repetitive thought that is just like creating this really toxic pathway in our mind, like samskara, a neural pathway. But in order to get off of that pathway, it's going to take practice. And so to create a new path, we can use the tool of SoHam. SoHam, I think of it as like a broom that sweeps away the toxic thoughts and the darkness. And it is a way that when we're breathing in, we repeat the mantra So. And when we breathe out, we repeat the mantra Hum. And so I invite you all to come into that comfortable seat and to close your eyes. Bring your thumb and your pointer fingers together. Begin to scan the body for any areas that are not feeling comfortable. Maybe reposition them. And take your attention down to your toes and begin to release any tension felt in the toes. Deepen your breath. See if you can make each inhale to the count of 3 and each exhale to the count of 3. If it's labored, make it even shorter. If you can make a longer breath, make a longer breath. Scan the ankles, loosening any tension in the ankles. Relax the knees and the hips. And scan for any tension felt in the lower back. Sit up tall with your shoulders back. Your heart open, your chin slightly down, the back of the neck long. Bringing your inner awareness to the face, allowing your cheeks to be soft, the eyes to be relaxed. And give yourself complete permission to be here now, to be honest with your journey. And imagine a path with a whole bunch of debris on this path, knowing that at the end of the path there is a glorious and graceful light. And as we begin on this journey, we first must examine what we ate for the day. And also for last night. Could our food choices lead to anger, to sleeplessness, to an upset stomach, to an unsettled mind? And now imagine the body taking in wholesome and delicious fruits, root vegetables like sweet potatoes and asparagus, as long as you're not allergic. Whole grains like oatmeal, rice, dates. Taking in hot water with lemon to clear the digestive tract. And set an intention for the rest of the evening and tomorrow, to bring these wholesome foods back into your diet. And as we continue on this path and this journey inward, we go into the next doorway, the doorway of our breath, the prana, the life force, which is the key to all healing on an energetic level. Begin to deepen the breath. Begin to explore if there is any emotion that has been weighing heavily on you, like anger, resentment, loneliness, ambition, grief. What emotion has been holding you prisoner or out of the way of connecting with your true essence and your inner light? Name it silently in your mind. It could also be if you're working too hard, not giving yourself enough time to breathe or take pauses. If you're scared. Or perhaps even if you've been watching too much news and the news has been causing fear or distress. Just mentally turn that channel off. Be here. Name whatever it is that needs to be let go of. Let it go. Just as if it was a leaf floating by on a stream. Try not to hold on to it any longer. Take another deep breath. Sit up tall again. As we begin to journey deeper towards our inner life, our essence. As you breathe in, repeat the mantra So. And as you breathe out, and you could say this in your mind, repeat the mantra Hum. So, hum, so, hum. And continue repeating this mantra for the next 3 minutes. If your mind gets bored or distracted, just kindly remind it that you're trying to sweep away the negativity. You're trying to let this mantra shed light into the darkest areas of your being, the most fearful places. So, hum. Envision that light coming in as you repeat the mantra, as if you were standing around divineness. Feel it releasing the chains surrounding the heart. SoHam. And now we're going to begin to take a journey even deeper towards our inner self. Have we been working with humility? Or have our demands on others and the universe been too much? Are our expectations causing these unease? Instead, can we bring in tolerance of man and a contentment with the simple things found here in the present, found in a bird flying by, found within our breath. Continue with the mantra, SoHam. And imagine yourself sitting at the ocean or a lake, somewhere that's special to you in nature. And as you envision this special place, continue to repeat the mantra, the pranayama. And imagine this beautiful, pure, and clear light surrounding your entire being. SoHam. Continue for about another minute, allowing our path to be cleared, pure, begin to bring your chin down to your chest. Place the right hand on the heart and blanket it with your left hand. Feeling the gentleness of your heartbeat below your hands. Knowing that everyone in this meditation is doing the same thing. And our hearts are unified with our vital force, with our love, with our compassion, and with our humility. And bring your hands together at your heart, bowing your chin, bow forward. Namaste, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me in this evening's meditation. I hope that you can take these tools of Agni and Soma and this awareness of your inner light of Soma into your daily life. We'll have a short question and answer if you have any questions for me. I did want to discuss quickly 2 Ayurvedic things that we could use to stimulate the digestion to help remove any ama, which is toxins or plaque in the digestive tract. And whenever I recommend anything, please always just consult with your doctor, or if you have allergies to any of the things that I'm mentioning, please don't take them. The one to stimulate your digestive fire and the process of digestion is a really lovely beverage. It's simply brewing hot water with lemon. You could use a half a teaspoon of turmeric. I use like a pinch of cayenne pepper and a pinch of black pepper. Black pepper helps the turmeric to be absorbed in the body, in the circulation system. And ginger. So you can use a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger also. If you know your Ayurvedic dosha and you have too much pitta, which is showing up as rashes or anger or something of this nature, you might not want to have this beverage, and just simply having hot water with lemon first thing in the morning is a great way to start the day to remove any plaque and ama in the digestive tract. Lemon is an alkaline fruit, so it won't cause any extra burning or acid reflux in the stomach. Then a Soma beverage. Soma is that elixir of life. It's a way that we, after we've purified and transformed, it's how we connect to that stillness in peacefulness, without being agitated. And my Ayurvedic teacher, she recommended this really lovely drink to me, and I'm going to share it with you, which is taking 1 date, a pinch of saffron, and you can either put it in an almond milk or an organic grass-fed regular milk, and you blend it together, and it's just a real nice way to end the evening and to calm down the nerves. I like to warm up that beverage as well. In Ayurveda, any cold beverages with ice will actually stop the digestive process. So in Ayurveda, we don't ever take ice cold beverages, unless our heat and our fire is really, really high and we need to bring that down. So I hope that this has helped you a little bit. I'm going to look at my computer now to see if there's any questions, because right now I'm looking at my phone and it's like this big. So I'm going to look at the computer. Give me a second. Sorry, I am definitely not so computer savvy. Okay, let's see. Water, lemon, half a teaspoon of turmeric, ginger, and black pepper. Love this. Thank you, Jenny. If you try it, let me know. I absolutely love it. It's my go-to whenever I sneak a couple more extra cookies. All right. Okay. I don't see any other questions. So if that's it, then have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.